All right, the rain is coming down as we are about to kick off our third tribal council of the game. In a few moments, the Tirem tribe will be entering the tribal council area again for the second time in a row. I am sure they are not pleased to be back here. And here they come. We've got Jess, Liz, Kendall, Rayhan, Isaiah, and Ned filing into the tribal council area. Everyone getting settled in with all their stuff.
All right, back to back. I mean, I'm sure you didn't want to be here. Isaiah, let's just talk about the challenge a little bit. I mean, what do you say to the tribe? I mean, are they picking you up? You feel like that's a reason to target you? Or how does that go after the challenge is over?
Yeah, no, I definitely got immediate support from one person. It's more so that I'm personally attacking myself, just because it's hard for me not to beat myself up. With my cerebral palsy, I like to challenge myself and I like to prove myself wrong. And I felt good. I've done the whole arch thing before and I felt confident with that. That was not my struggle. It was getting my balance between my legs. And yeah, I felt like a complete, reason as to why, because I was literally the only person to progress this forward if I could get past that. So yeah. I just was really beating myself
Definitely.
up.
I mean, obviously the rain didn't help you out there, but what do you say to the tribe to prove? Obviously it is squarely on your shoulders, but there's going to be other challenges. There's going to be other things that happen. What do you tell the tribe to say? This is the reason why I should stay.
If anything, I had said it there because they kind of just assured me that that's not a reason that they're looking at me. But just I would say this game is way more than just one challenge. And I proved myself in literally the challenge before, handling 5 sandbags by myself for a significant amount of time. There are other there's strengths and weaknesses with everybody. So just basing it off of that, I feel would be a wrong decision. But at the same time, I would understand if that's where their mind is thinking, because sometimes that is where people's heads go.
Yeah. So, Ned, this is your first time, being vulnerable in this game. Do you feel like you're in danger? It's a small tribe, very few places to hide. Do you feel like you did enough last round to kind of earn everyone's trust?
I hope so. I would be in total awe of my teammates if they wanted to pull out the blind side. I love Survivor. But I think I've done enough relationship building. I'm certainly putting myself out there. I'm not trying to hide what I'm trying to do strategically at this moment, and yeah.
Okay, you referred to it as potentially a blind side, so you don't feel like you're necessarily in danger at this tribal?
I'm always in danger.
Fair enough.
Without a pretty bracelet with a stingray. Thanks for letting me keep it as a souvenir, Cam or Brandon. But I have trust in people here. I was saying this in my confessional. I'll just say it now. In this game, I need to have trust in people, and I am not hiding who I trust.
Yeah.
To move forward with.
So people often say that trust is, gained by, the votes. So you see where the votes come and you can know that you want to trust someone. So last tribal council, we did have a pretty split vote. So Jess, what did that say? Are you unified coming into this, or is there still divisions in here that vote proved that those divisions are, maybe starker than you thought?
I don't think that vote necessarily proves that, but there's definitely divisions, and even if it's not shown in the votes, it's shown in the way people's allegiances move and what they're presenting to you.
Yeah. So, Liz, after this vote, you'll be down 5. There's another tribe out there with 7. Are you starting to change what you're thinking about in terms of you need to stay strong? Are there challenges out there that you need to win? Or is it still just, I'd rather be around people that are, in my alliance?
I think there's a lot of
different things at play. I think, you know, the smaller our group gets, the smaller the other tribes get. I think there's so many things at play. You know, obviously you think about this vote, and I'm never feeling safe unless I have an immunity. And so for me, I'm just trying to trust the people that I, built those connections with, and hope that what we have agreed upon, and I hope that, you know, nobody really takes anything personally, and that moving forward, it's just, okay, what's going to be best for now, but also for the future. I want to stay in the game today, but I also, if I do stay in the game, what's, you know, the next vote look like? What does this look like? So there's a lot at play right now.
Yeah, it's hard to plan too far in advance. Another thing that throws a wrench in that is the vote banking, Kendall. So this is the second tribal council you attended, so hypothetically, there might be some extra votes out there. Are you trying to factor that into kind of whatever mathematics, you know, and counting that you're doing there? How is that coming into play?
Absolutely. It requires me to do a lot of math that I don't necessarily want to do, especially when I am starving and tired and haven't showered. So just talking about the vote banking, obviously there were 5 votes casted last tribal. Isaiah and I were very transparent with our tribe that it was him and I who banked their votes.
Okay.
So everyone knows that, and I think both of us want to use those going forward in the next phase of the game to keep our tribe strong.
Interesting. So, Rehan, when they tell you that up front, I mean, are you taking that at face value, or is that kind of a, you know, did that take you aback, or did you expect that going into the tribal?
I'm not taken back. I did expect a little bit. I think what I really like about this, and like, is that we're very transparent and honest with each other. Just as a tribe, we've been very like, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I want to do, this is where I stand, be honest with me. And I really appreciate that, and I think that's like why we can come to this, and like we acknowledge that like we're collectively, like this is a sad day for all of us. You know what I mean?
Okay. So speaking of that honesty, if this tribe really is as honest as you say, well, you got 2 votes at the last tribal council. Were people honest about who potentially put your name down?
Yeah.
And how did you react to that? Do you feel like you're getting votes again at this tribal, or no?
Yeah, probably getting votes again this tribal. I think it's, again, we're so honest with each other, our reasoning, you know, like things played out as they played out, and it's not necessarily like, you know, a single like fall or single thing. It's just like, you know, things just evolve as they do.
If you're expecting votes, that might be plan A, that might be plan B, that might be plan C. What alternative plans are you throwing out there? I mean, you must be throwing out an alternative plan. Are you trying to get another name out there?
I think there's like 2 names on top of the block right now. I'm just trying to make sure it's not, you know, and I think I can say the same with other person. You know, it's a survivor. You're trying to survive.
Dare I ask, Ned, who the 2 names are, or is that information that will be revealed after I read the votes?
You can ask me.
Will you tell me?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. What are the 2 names?
Jess and Rayon.
Okay. Jess, I mean, then what are you saying to the tribe if you know your name is out there, you know, why you should be kept over Rehan?
I'm just trying to let them know that I started with trust, and I do trust these people. And there's a core that I feel more closer than one. And I want them to know that my loyalty lies there. And I think they know that my loyalty lies there, but there's that trust factor. Do they trust it?
Yeah.
And I just have to trust that they do.
Okay. I believe both of you have likely made your pitches. Nothing's going to change in anyone's mind. So unless anyone has anything else to say, I think we're ready to go vote. All right, let's get to it. Ned, you're up first.
All right, and the players are going to start voting. So we're just going to step away and talk about what we just heard as soon as we get far enough away from the tribal to be out of earshot. So I'm going to kind of tuck in, maybe not as far as Tirem's camp this time, since y'all already had the grand tour of the 2 mossy rocks and the stump. But maybe we'll just tuck in under some tree coverage and just kind of hang out and chat so I can be easily found and retrieved back to the tribal council area when it's time, but to where no other players can hear me. So we'll just hang out maybe right here atop this mossy boulder. Okay. Ugh. All right. Okay, so that tribal council was pretty direct and straightforward, so y'all heard the 2 names going out there. But what is not straightforward is all of the different alliances and pairs and duos and plans. This tribe is a mess. They are a mess. Everyone had to repeat everything to me like 5 times so I could get it straight in my head. So I guess the easiest way of organizing this for all of us is letting you know that Liz is in the very best position on this tribe. So Liz is in 2 different alliances of 3. She's with kind of 2 different pairs. So there is a pair of Ned and Isaiah. So Ned and Isaiah are tight. Ned and Liz are tight. And the 3 of them are kind of in a trio of Ned, Isaiah, and Liz. Separately, Kendall and Rayhan are kind of a little bit of a pair, but they're a trio with Liz. So one option for Liz, if she wants to keep both of those trios intact, is just voting out Jess, since obviously Jess is not included in either one of those trios. That would keep her in the middle. That would keep her alliances kind of both intact, so she had options moving forward. Separately, there is the alliance of 5 that Jess was alluding to, which consists of everyone but Rayhan. So that would be Ned, Liz, Kendall, Jess, and oh my god, my brain. Isaiah. Sorry. So yeah, an alliance of 5 on a 6-person tribe is a choice. So that is another option. Originally, there was also a 3rd option. Isaiah was being put on the table because Isaiah and Jess are being seen as a strong duo as well. And so Kendall was worried about the 2 of them together, but kind of hoping to keep them intact as a shield down the line. But it sounds like, unless the players are really doing like a little mind trick situation, it sounds like Isaiah maybe is back off of the chopping block for this vote, and maybe it is truly just between Jess and Rayhan and kind of whatever everyone decides. I will say, so last tribal council, I let y'all know that Ned and Kendall were kind of also working together, but from what I have heard since, it sounds like Kendall is now very like sus of Ned, because Ned has been working super hard to create like really intense one-on-one bonds with everyone on the tribe, and Kendall is realizing that she is probably not very high on Ned's priority list, which is true because Kendall is also separately the 4th kind of member of a alliance with Ned, Liz, Kendall, and then I want to say Isaiah again, but maybe it's Rayhan. It's one of the 2. I'm sorry. I don't remember the 4th name. So, but Kendall is correct, because Ned wants to make sure that she doesn't feel like she's the 4th, but obviously she's feeling like she's not very high on his priority list. And so she's kind of eyeing that already and is like, down the way. Okay, I'm being summoned back. So we'll head back. Yeah, this is a mess. Also, obviously we heard Kendall and Isaiah, no, Kendall and Rayhan? Kendall and someone banked their votes. Yes, I was not kidding about this being a mess, Julie. Like, this is, it's ridiculous. So I'm actually surprised that Ned was the one talking about vote banking and then didn't end up doing it. Whereas Kendall and someone else did. Sorry. Okay, we are heading back into tribal council. And okay, thank you so much, Julie. Yes, so it was Isaiah and Kendall that banked last round. So we'll see. I'm assuming that they would vote this time to, like, you know, do something, but like to not do something, but like to show their tribe like where they're at. But yeah, this is yes, Jordan, they did. They both did, and they both said it at tribal council that they had. So all right. And we are back a little early. The last player is voting. So, oh yeah, I was on the mossy boulder. I didn't go that far back this time because that was a whole thing.
I'll go tally the votes.
All right, so Cam is off to tally the votes. Raining just a little bit harder now. We originally thought it would just be a drizzle, but obviously we were wrong. So we can see the kind of fog mist rolling in over the mountains. All right, our players have now cast their votes. They can now just wait silently for the votes to be tallied. Yes, for those tuning in, this is the third tribal council of the Great Mountain. And here we have Tirem, consisting currently of Ned, Isaiah, Rayhan, Kendall, Jess, and Liz. Whew. Oh my God, this rain, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna be like, y'all can't see this, but I'm covering my speaker with my hand because last game it felt like I got water in my speaker and then I sounded like I was underwater. So we gotta keep the sound good for y'all. But if something sounds weird, please let me know so I can try and fix it for you because I want you guys to hear everything that's going on. Oh my God, this rain!
All right. Okay. Well, poetically, the rain has picked up just in time for another one of you to leave the game.
Ugh.
If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play one, now would be the time to do so. Okay, I'll get to the votes. First vote. Rayhan. Second vote. Jeff. Third vote. Rayhan. Fourth vote. Jeff. Tied 2-2. There is one vote remaining. The third person voted out of Can You Survive the Great Mountain? Jeff. Sorry, that's 3. That's enough. Jess. Time is full.
All right, and we will follow Jess out of the tribal council area, still on the live stream. We'll be able to catch up with her momentarily as soon as we get far enough away from the tribe so that she can speak freely. Jess, this is your time, so once we get far enough away and you're ready, this will be your time to just share any thoughts, anything that's on your mind. I think here will be good enough. If you want to just pause, you're welcome to put your stuff down if you'd like, or just continue to carry it, because I know it's raining. All right, so Jess, this is your time. What do you...
Yeah, I'm sad. I had a gut feeling that things would move against me, but I tend to overthink things, so I really didn't want to go against who I trusted at the time. And then when it was solidified, I definitely didn't really have enough time to really sway it to go that way.
Sure. Well, you did make it a day and a half into this game. You hiked up a mountain. You competed super hard in several challenges. Got a lot to be proud of. I'd love to hear maybe what you're most proud of about your time in the game.
So tedious. I was not expecting it to be as steep as it was.
Neither was I.
The up mountain,
Right.
slowly up. No, it was like this.
Right?
So I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, as you absolutely should, as you should be. That was a no joke. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you conquered it. These games also tend to teach you a lot about yourself. I'd love to hear maybe what's something you learned about yourself throughout this experience.
So I do tend to play a loyal game, and it's gone me pretty well. This time I felt like I wanted to kind of switch it up, but also I can't really go against my instincts, and loyalty is my instinct. Although I did feel in my gut that the loyalty wasn't staying, so I felt it coming. I feel like I don't really know if we're learning. Everything was. The tribe was phenomenal. We were so open with each other, which is very unusual for a tribe. Especially, we're pretty early to be so open, but I loved it. I think that was great that we had such great communication, and communication is key.
Sure is. Well, Jess, before I let you go, you were playing for a very worthy cause, so this is your chance to shout them out one last time and let everyone know who you were playing for.
I was playing for Every Pound for Gun Safety. I have a 4-year-old son who's about to be starting grade school, and gun safety great out. Obviously, it top of a lot of people's minds with this. To not know.
Absolutely.
The ring gets to hide my dreams.
There we go. The whole world is crying that you've been voted out right now. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jess. We'll let you go, and we will see you later. All right. All right, and there you have it. The third person voted out of the Great Mountain. We will be going live pretty shortly with a special announcement. So you guys are going to want to stay locked here. I don't see anyone around to tell me when it's happening, so I will go ahead and post on the Facebook page once. Oh, hey, when are we doing our next item?
I think we'll have a special announcement for the tribes in the next 15 or so minutes, and then a little bit of a break before the next challenge.
Great, so see you back here in 15. Oh my god, now it's time to like balance this on my face.
Here,
while
I can hold it.
It's fine, we're doing it. All right, see y'all in 15.